Hey guys, it's your boy Dope Snare. Today I thought I'd make a video about free plugins I recommend. Some are new, some are older, some are new to me, and some have been around for a while. I'm pretty sure I've dipped my toes in with all of them, so they're not blind recommendations. I have actually tried these. They're not just scoured the internet and look for anything. These are things I've actually used and I find useful. I'll start with the Ulean Loudness Meter 2. It's a free metering tool for your mixing and mastering. Spotify, iTunes, all these things kind of require a certain loudness, which is measured by LUFS these days. I'm not a super technical scientific guy, but I think this loudness meter plugin allows you to measure the loudness and perceive loudness and peak and RMS and yada yada yada. It's completely free. Put that at the end of your chain and try to get it in the ballpark of your goal. Next up is the D16 Group Frontier. It is a soft clipper and limiter. I think you could use it either or kind of a mixture. I don't fully understand it, but there's not too many controls, so it's not hard to get a good sound. And I think they have a preset that kind of is a good starting point. Highly recommend that. That's nice. That's nice. Next up, the IK Multimedia Amplitude 5. I'm not a guitar player at all, but what's stopping me from throwing a synthesizer or a drum sound through an amp or some pedals or something, just for creativity purposes. I think it's cool. And heck, if you play guitar, well, it's a no-brainer. I don't think it's like super fully featured, but out of playing around with both Guitar Rig and Amplitude, I prefer Amplitude, and they have a free version, so check that out. Next up, Native Instruments. They have a bundle called Complete Start, and they have a few other freebies. I'm not sure if it's included in Start or if you download them separately, but if you go to Native Instruments free tab, there is plenty of good stuff there. They have the supercharger compressor I enjoy, and of course they have like a contact player and Reactor 6 and this, that, the other couple effects. I'm not sure what's all included in there, but it's just the entry into Native Instruments is free, so why not check that out. Most recently, Klanghelm. I know, I've heard that name over and over, and they got a good free compressor, and I don't know why I never downloaded it until now. It's been around for a long time, but I did use it a couple times and I liked it. And it's not only just I think it's called the MJQ Junior or something like that. It's just like a opto compressor with two knobs basically. But they have another compressor that's free and a saturation plugin that's free. So check out Klanghelm. Oldie but goodie, soft tube saturation knob is another saturation plugin. It's just a big knob, and you have a switch to keep your highs, keep your lows, or be neutral. It kind of puts an edge on things. Like if something's kind of like dull, you just crank that knob a bit and it just gets a bite. Cuts through the mix. Isotope has a couple freebies. The vinyl has been around forever, but I'm so happy that they've remodeled the user interface. It looks a lot more modern and it sounds okay. A lot of people love it. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's good to have in the arsenal because I like the sound of vinyl. And they also have an imager plugin, which helps you with your stereo width. You can make things more wide. There's probably a little more to it than that, but on a surface level, that's widen your sounds. Sony Q. I'm trying to think of what company makes this. I think it's Sonomist or something like that. Sony Q is a Pultec style EQ, and you could do the low end trick with it, and it sounds better than all the other freebies I've tried of that. It's actually one of my favorite VSDs. Period. I would pay money for it if I had to, but it's free and I love it, and I'm assuming you could find a use for it as well. So a week or two ago, Plugin Boutique was offering Melda Productions Dynamic EQ for free with any purchase. So I figured I'll purchase something cheap and get this free EQ. Actually, I wasn't even sure about this EQ because when I hear Melda Productions, I remember that name from back in the day, and I don't know. I didn't. Maybe their marketing team isn't the greatest. It's like I thought they were kind of like nothing to check out. You're like, oh, I had no interest whatsoever to check them out. But they're giving this thing away for free, and I was like, oh, do I even put it in my cart? But I did because we'll check it out. It's free. Might as well check it out. I'm glad I did because that plugin was awesome. I think I made that a couple videos ago, telling you guys about that. And the kicker was when you get that Melda account on their website, they have a free bundle with like over 30 effects for free. So regardless if I didn't get that freebie from Plugin Boutique, Melda offers like this bundle of free effects, and they're good in my ears, in my eyes. I thought, oh, these interfaces kind of look old school, but the sound is good. I think they sound great. I think that was that's a gem. I know a lot of people know about it, but it's new to me. So Melda Production Free Effects Bundle, I would say that's a must-have. If you're just starting out, you have your stock plugins, which are good as well. We'll get to that at the end, but Melda Free Effects, that's a whole suite of plugins that'll take you far. You probably get a couple of years out of that if you just started with that, and it's a good bundle. Valhalla has some popular reverbs, but they have some freebies as well. The Supermassive is kind of like a delay echo reverb, unique thing with twists and turns. I haven't used it a lot, but from when I have used it, it's easy to dial in something sounds interesting and cool. And more recently, I don't know if this is more recently, but more recently to me, they have a space modulator. I haven't even tried that one yet, but I know Supermassive is great, so I'm looking forward to trying the space modulator. Baby Come Back is a delay effect from Baby Audio. Kind of vintage vibes, throwback vibes. I haven't used that one too much. I just got that one recently, but heck, free delay. Why not? And it has a character of its own, which it's not just vanilla. It has a style to it. Old school one, Camel Crusher. I remember seeing those ones in the magazines in the early 2000s and on the internet, and I thought, oh, that's just a techno kind of VST. I think I would see it in like Future Music magazine, and I thought, oh, it's for dance music producers. But no, it's just it's a distortion compression hybrid thing. Color. It's a color box, so I like anything that can color your audio, not necessarily. Yeah, just to give it a unique flavor. All right, Clevgrand. Clevgrand is a great company in my eyes, and they have a free amping thing, like a reamp. Their paid one is called Reamp, and they have a free one called Freeamp, and it's basically a couple knobs, and you get tape or tube saturation, and then you can blend it, and there's an output knob, and that sounds really good. They also have this SVEP, ZEP, I can't even pronounce it. I think it's Swedish or something. And it's like a phaser flanger multi effect, and there's just two like dials, and they look kind of like boobs to me. But heck, it's freebie, and it makes your samples swirly or your synth swirly or whatever. Someone had recommended on Twitter check out Fresh Air because I was asking what's out there that excites just the top frequencies to make brighter hi-hats or add a little something to the top end of a vocal or whatever. Anyways, can't remember the fellow's name, but he said check out Stephen Slate's Fresh Air, and First day you told me that, I didn't run to check it out, but I'm glad I did eventually because it's free. Free is good. And it works good. It has a mid-range knob and a high-end knob, and it's kind of like the saturation knob from Softube, except it's kind of like mid-high, and you can go from 0 to 100 on each. And I would say be a little more subtle with that, maybe 1 to 40%. It's a nice plugin. It's good. Another dope one, Tape Cassette 2 by Kaylium Audio. I think that's how you pronounce it. Most people might think, how many tape plugins do you need? Well, I only have one or two, so I thought I'd check out this one. It's free, and sounds good to me. It has some cool features. It's a neat looking thing. It sounds good. That's what matters. It sounds good. I put some MSX drum loops through it, and it was already characterful off the jump, but a little extra. It's nice. I checked out this one called Wah Man. It's like a wah-wah pedal basically, and it's free. I was trying to find out how DiBiase gets these, like, I don't know if it's a sidechain or if it's like I don't know. It's a weird effect with the samples. It's currently just kind of waving around. I'm like, how does he do that? Is it an LFO? Is it this? Is it that? So I thought I'd try a wah effect and see if that's even close. I don't know if it is or not, but it's a neat effect. And the Wah Man is free. I would say out of all these plugins, this one might not sound the best, but it did give me an idea of how's the wah effect sound on a sample or whatever. Just experimentation style. I think it kind of, what I don't like about it is it has kind of like a harsh edge to it as it's sweeping through frequencies and stuff. It's like on it. I would maybe want to look into upgrading that to a paid product of some sort, some kind of paid wah effect. But hey, an experiment for free, right? I don't know if we've mentioned this yet. This is the only instrument on the list. I don't have much experience with free VST instruments, but Roland Cloud offers something called Zenology Lite, and they have Zencore in their synthesizers that cost thousands of dollars. They have this little, they have a Zencore Lite plugin that it's kind of like a Roland sound module. That's exactly what it is. I don't think it's based on any specific model, but it's like the Roland sound module style and sound, and it's free. They do have a pro version which expands the capabilities and has a lot more control. This thing is pretty much a preset picker, and you could maybe put an effect on it and real basic editing, but playing around with Roland sounds is fun. I would read about all the Roland products over the last 15, 20 years. Yeah. So I wanted to see what they're about, and I didn't want to necessarily jump into their subscription service. So with this plugin, you don't have to have you just need an account. You don't need a subscription, and you could get a taste of what Roland offers. It's pretty cool. I mentioned promotions. This year, I think I got IK Multimedia Classic Clipper, the Juno 60 Chorus, a few others. When something's offered for free for a limited time, I would say jump on it. And I want to mention Plugin Boutique. They're constantly offering good deals, and a lot of times, almost every month, I'd say, buy this, get this for free. So what you can do, if you got your eyes on that free product, you could buy a plugin that's like $7 and then get your freebie for purchasing something. That's a little hack. And lastly, not quite lastly, but I would say don't underestimate your DOS stock plugins. I remember watching Graham Cochran in the Recording Revolution, and he's all about use what you got to start off with. And I would use my stock plugins and think I'm missing out, and then I over the last few years had invested in this plugin and that plugin, and I enjoy them all. But now that I have kind of like a good handful of paid stuff, when I load up something in PreSonus Studio One, like a compressor or an EQ, I could hear it. And it sounds good. I think it always sounded good. Usually, I would say a stock plugin is transparent or digital, which isn't bad. It's just like it might just be like pristine clean. Whereas maybe a paid product would be more like, oh, we're emulating an analog circuit or something, so it might be different. Anyways, but I'm just noticing that the stock plugins sound good. They sound good. There's now that I've tried some paid products and the stock products, they're all on a pretty much a level playing field. So don't underestimate the stuff you already have that you don't have to pay anything for. It came with your digital audio workstation or whatever. And I think to end this video, I just want to throw out a couple plugins that are $20 or less. There's a few of those. One of them would be the Inphonics RX 950, emulating the circuitry of S950 from Akai from back in the day. Early hip-hop producers would use that. Also, Aberrant DSP, this company that does sketch cassette. It's based on a multi-track tape recorder. That's probably my favorite tape plugin in terms of cassettes. And yeah, I think that was $20 or something like that, maybe $25. So that's good. There's the Shapeshifter Compressor that Aberrant DSP also offers. I think I got that for $12. I think that's what led me to getting into Melda production stuff, actually. But yeah, if it's free, if it's $20 or less, don't write it off. These things they're cool. There's some cool stuff out there for free and cheap. And this was a lengthy video, but I just want to encourage you guys to stock up on all of these, or at least the ones that interest you. And yeah, that's a lot of free sauce. I'm confident that you'll find some favorites and find them useful. So I hope you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. Hope you have a good weekend. Hope you're happy and healthy. Hope you're getting through. Keep on keeping on. I know it's not easy for a lot of us. We all have our individual struggles and whatnot, plus pandemic vibes and all that crap. So hope you guys are well. Take care. God bless. Peace.